All right, what's up there, YouTube? So today I'm going to tell you guys, oh, hey, you want to see me? There I am. All right, so today I'm going to tell you guys about the perfect, what I would consider is the perfect vlogging camera. And it's this one right here. This setup right here that I've got going right now is obviously the best vlogging setup. So I'm gonna walk back here because there's people out there and they're looking at me like I'm crazy. Neighbor. Oh, they cut that branch, that whole bush down. Okay, sweet. Anyway, so let me tell you guys about this. So what I'm shooting on is the Nikon Z50 crop sensor camera, the Moza Mini-P stabilizer. I put a variable ND filter on here so I can get the shallow depth of field with nice sunlight. And what I did was I set the camera to aperture priority mode. I'm using the 16-50 f3.5 to whatever. I don't know what it goes up to for the maximum because I don't zoom it in. I keep it zoomed all the way out to 16. So f3.5. I set it to aperture priority. I bring it out in the sunlight and then I slowly turn the variable ND. I set it to auto ISO. Slowly turn the variable ND until it's at shutter speed 1/60th of a second, and then I let the camera automatically change the ISO based on if I'm going into light or dark. So it'll raise the ISO but leave the shutter speed at 1/60th of a second because it's not going to raise the shutter speed. I'm in direct sunlight, so I set it up in direct sunlight so I can adjust it that way. So if I'm say walking around, I can walk out back here, and if I go into the shade here, watch, I'll go into the shade, and now I'm in the shade. So now it will raise the ISO, but leave the shutter speed at 1/60th of a second because it's raising the ISO to compensate for the dark. That's why I have it set to auto ISO. And the cool thing is with this gimbal is you can do all kind of cool shots. You don't have to just point it at yourself. So if you're shooting video and you wanna, you know, you're doing a vlog or whatever, you're like, hey, I want to get a cool shot of something. I don't have to take it off of the gimbal or do anything. I just double click the trigger button on the gimbal and it'll spin the camera around and I can get cool shots like this. All right. So cool shots like this, watch. I'm just walking with the gimbal around the side. And you can undersling it. You can get shots like this. See? And then when I'm done getting my shot, I triple click the trigger and it spins back around towards me, and now I'm vlogging again. See how awesome that is? It's awesome. There's a bunch of different settings, so I can move the camera up and down. I can move it left to right. I can straighten it out, get it where I can see myself that I'm in the frame really good. I can frame myself off to the side, so if I want to look at something and point at something, I'll be like, oh, it's right there. You see, like I'm pointing it over there, but I know I'm still in the frame because I know how wide it is. You get used to it pretty easy. I can't see myself, so because the Z6 or the Z50, the LCD flips down, and you can't flip it down with it on a gimbal because it'll hit the gimbal. It doesn't flip off to the side. It would be nice if it flipped off to the side. It doesn't make sense why they use this camera and didn't flip it off to the side. I like that it's sturdy in the back, but it's a consumerish style camera. It's a perfect camera for vlogging, so make it flip off to the side. Nobody would think anything less of it. But I guess anything with the Z moniker on it, they want it to be considered more professional. This is an awesome camera. It's the Z50. I use the Moza stabilizer, and it does a fantastic job at vlogging. I would say it's probably the best vlogging camera around. I'm using the Purple Panda. It's like 30 bucks. So my price for this, when I picked it up, total price out the door from eBay, I got it used with 2 batteries, 2 lenses in the box, The battery charger, all the stuff, everything except for the strap. They didn't have the neck strap, but I don't use the neck strap anyway. Was like $900. So basically, you can get, I think brand new, I think for like 900 bucks, you can get the camera with just the one lens, just the one that you would use for vlogging the most, which is a 60 and a 50. Be perfect for that. So you can get that with the small rig adapter that goes underneath that moves the tripod mount off to the side so you can flip the screen down. So you can shoot without the Moza and just use the tripod adapter and walk around with the tripod. But you don't get shots like this, like if I'm running, you don't get this smooth of a shot like I get with the Moza. This Moza Mini-P is awesome. So, and the battery lasts a long time. It's easy to set up. Once you get it set up and you want it in a certain way, I just slam the camera over to one side, tighten it down, it's ready to go. I change the battery, take the SD card out, put it back in, screw it back on, and it stays balanced. It works out great. Anyway, so great. Now I got my pull pump just came on. Let me go over here. Let me go back out front. Anyway, like I was saying, so it's an awesome deal. So basically, you're right at $1,000. You got the camera, the lens, and you can use the camera for other stuff. It's an awesome photo camera. It's great for taking photos. It's great for taking video. Shoots 4K at 30, 24p. Shoots 1080 at 120p. So you can get that cool slow motion 1080. You can spin the camera around, hit the I button, touch screen, fully touch screen menu, so you can just quickly change from 24p at 4K to 120 at 1080p. 2 seconds on the back without even taking the camera off or flipping a bunch of dials and switches while it's on the gimbal. It's really easy. Just touch it and go. So that's my thoughts. What do you guys think? Does this look like a good vlogging camera or not? Anyway, also real quick, Camera Conspiracies said, he mentioned this camera and said that it was a good camera. He didn't like the color. I think the color is fantastic. I don't know what he's talking about. He said the quality. I think the quality is ridiculous on this camera. I think this looks fantastic. I don't understand what he's talking about. He picked like some Olympus Micro Four Thirds camera and said that was a better. I don't see it. I don't understand it. Not for the price. This is a crop sensor, so it's a bigger sensor than the Micro Four Thirds. Gets better shallow depth of field. Throw an ND filter on there, plug in the mic, you're good to go. I don't understand. Whatever. I think this is a better solution overall. Anyway, I'm out. See you, YouTube. Take it easy. Give it a thumbs up if you liked the video. Thumbs down if you didn't. And I'll talk to you later.